Music with Sarah.
All right, babe. We are back from vacation. Not really vacation, from our camp. And it seems like the theme stuff is carrying on here. You've got a couple of segments here that is about the same kind of theme. So what's your song for the week?
Well, the song I picked this week is one that I've been wanting to pick for a while, but I figured I would save it for this week when I do the last chapter of my book. But anyway, we'll get to that next. But the song this week is called Christ is Enough.
Yes.
And it's by Hillsong. I think it came out in 2013, so it's actually 10 years old.
I thought Chris Tomlin did it, but whatever.
No, it's Hillsong. But anyway, so it's like 10 years old. But anyway, it is a great song. It's a simple song, I think. It's one of those that...
It's a spiritual song, I guess, if you're going by Colossians.
Yeah, I guess it is. One of those that I think is great to play a lot and hear your kids sing a lot. Like, it's pretty cool to walk around the house and hear everybody going, Christ is enough for me. Anyway, I think it's a great message. But anyway, my favorite line in the song, well, maybe my favorite, is now there's nothing in this world that could ever satisfy. And I feel like that's very true in my life. Like, I feel like there's a line in another song that says, this world has nothing for me and this world has everything.
Yeah, I used that this week at the camp. And it's an interesting line because it's true. Like, this world has everything, but this world has nothing for me.
Yeah.
And this world has everything. And obviously, we can search and try to find meaning and pleasure and everything in this life. And you might find it for a little bit, but it's all fleeting and it doesn't lead to satisfaction. And but Christ is enough. And that's ironic because I know it doesn't say Christ is enough, but on my Facebook header, whatever, I have a picture and it says Jesus is enough. Because that's it. I mean, if you could sum it up, I mean, Jesus saves. I mean, there's a lot of things you could say, but, you know, Jesus is truly enough.
Yeah. Well, and I find it's also a great song to get in your mind and in your heart and to pray for other people. So even like that line that says there's nothing in this world that can ever satisfy. And I pray that for other people, that they'll find that the things of this world don't satisfy, that they'll, you know, when we go to try to do things to bring pleasures in this life, not that we can't have pleasure. I'm fine having pleasure.
Sure.
But just that those things, we find that they're empty and that what really is fulfilling and satisfying is all found in Jesus.
Right. And absolutely.
So yeah, and at the end it kind of goes into the old song, I've decided to follow Jesus.
No turning back.
Yeah.
No turning back.
And
the cross before me, the world behind me.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And so I feel like that's just, I know some people, there's debate about whether or not it's something you just decide or you don't decide or whatever. I don't know. But for me, that was my story. And I wanted to be a Christian as a young child, and I went to church and I kept trying to be saved. And, So, but I remember where I was. I remember the day that I went up to the altar at the church where I was. Right. And I prayed and I just told God, I'm like, I want to follow him. I want to give my life to him. I want everything that I do to be about him. And I haven't turned back. And I'm like, that's been my life. And so I think it's a great song. And I think that if we can get to the place where we find that everything we need is in Christ, then that changes everything.
Absolutely. That's well said. I don't think I could say it any better. I could try, but why would I? So anyway, but that is it. It's Christ is enough. Yeah. I thought I was a Hillsong, but now I think about it, it is Hillsong.
It's actually on their album Glorious Ruins.
Right.
So, but go search.
I know some people have problems with Hillsong, and I'm kind of one of them with some of their songs, but every once in a while they hit a home run, and I think this is one of them. So go check it out. And you don't want to just throw everything out because someone... you may not like them, search and seek. I was talking to a fellow this past week about a teacher, and I don't like him, like everything. I mean, he does have some good things. And same thing with here, Hillsong, I get it. Bethel, I get it. But every once in a while, they can put out something pretty decent. And this is one of them. That's why we're here. We're here to filter out all the bad and show you all the good.
We'll tell you all the good ones.